rising, and welcome to another sunrise session. Today is Friday, and Fridays are ruled by Venus. So, of course, you're going to get a love message today. It's also the 5th of June, and 5 is the number of changes. The message has been coming out very loud so far this morning, whether you're single, partnered in a situationship, there's going to be some type of relationship status change over the weekend. How that shows up for you, well, we're going to find out when we're getting to the collective message, and then we're going to do the one-on-one messages for each zodiac sign. Just keep in mind, when we do the messages for the zodiac sign, it could be for your sunrise, your sun, moon, and or rising, or it could be for your person's sun, moon, and or rising. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. I pray that only aligned souls find this message. Any negative energy sent my way, sent to the collective way, is instantly turned into peace, prosperity, and abundance. That being said, it feels like that Sagittarius full moon that we had on Sunday really put people in their feelings, really put people in the energy of, I got to do something. Either that's doing something about their relationship status, no longer wanting to be single anymore, not wanting to be a player anymore, or it's about not losing you. Mhm. Doing what it takes not to lose you, because losing you will be a great loss that is too expensive for them to bear at this time. Any conversations that's going to happen this weekend, make sure you are listening to actually hear the person out and not listening to respond, because you do have someone, if this video found you, that's coming in to tell you how sorry they are and that they want to work on things, that they want to fix things, that they want to start again with you. This is someone who may have been non-committal in the past, who may have showed up as someone who wasn't ready for a relationship, but it was much. You awakened something in them that made them realize this business of always telling people that they weren't ready for a relationship, this business of never showing up for other people and giving relationships their all, or wanting to put people on on the shelf to come back to them later, was the wrong thing to do. And in the end, they ended up hurting themselves. They ended up Mm, losing the very best thing that ever happened to them. That being said, let's get into today's message. If this is your first time here, hello. I am Etta, Mystic Healer, intuitive, spiritual guide, and coach. Personal readings have all gone out, and those of you who signed up this morning for a personal reading, those messages will be channeled hopefully by the end of the business day today, if not, definitely on Monday. That being said, oh, and I already prayed over the cards. Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective on this Friday? 411, 41 and 1 with soulmates and yang. This is definitely confirming that this weekend is bringing in changes to your relationship status. You're going to have, or somebody wants to have that deep heart to heart conversation with you, no pun intended, lay all their cards on the table. You are being asked again to make sure you receive this person with an open heart. You receive this person from an objective state of mind. You are also asked that any negative thoughts, any negative feelings, any hurt, any pain from the past that you've experienced from this person or anybody else, you let them go once and for all. You leave the past in the past once and for all so you can receive the good things that the Most High has for you, the good things that are coming in for you. But you gotta let it. What's the five, Holy Spirit, on this Friday? We have love affair and waves. People are definitely, especially people who were in that non-committal, playgirl, playboy energy, city girl energy, right? MOB energy. They're definitely reconsidering their life choices. They're definitely reconsidering all the mistakes that they made in love and all the mistakes that they made with you. Hold space for your person to become the highest version of themselves because this weekend the energy is just right. The energy is perfect for them to become that highest version of themselves. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Friday? And that now wanted to come out twice, right? Pisces energy, Cancer energy, Scorpio energy, worried about whether or not they lost you for good. Well, did they? This weekend's going to require you to answer that question. Some people, your person had to walk away. The situation has to come to an hard end, right? You had to go through a physical or spiritual divorce where it felt like that door was closed and that closed door was going to stay closed forever. But this was what was needed. This tower moment was what was needed for your person to realize that this love isn't an ordinary love. This relationship that they have with you wasn't a regular relationship. This is someone that's coming into the realization that you are their divine partner. I hate using the word twin flame because it's been so commercialized. We've lost the plot when it came to what true twin flames are, right? They realize that you're the person that they're supposed to spend the rest of their life with. Holy Spirit, what other messages does the collective need to know about their love life on this? Thank you. Friday. Yeah, somebody's definitely deep in their heads, deep in their thoughts, deep in their feelings, those waves. Yeah, somebody is really coming into the realization that losing you means losing the best thing that ever happened to them. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this? Thank you. On this Friday. Feel free to put any thoughts, any feelings, any questions you're having about anything that comes out in the chat box. And I'll get to them after we're done with the channeling. If you'd like a personal reading, head over to Dream 711. You know the drill. Let's see what is coming out. The biggest thing is this wave energy, right? They want you to know that people in your circle have been deep in their feelings, deep in their thoughts about how they treated you, how they showed up or didn't show up for you, how they were able to pour into you or not. And it feels like once you let go, once you stepped away, heavy, heavy Pisces energy. Also, heavy energy of transformation because we know that Pisces is the only sign with one foot on earth and one foot in the astral. A lot of people with Pisces placements struggle with that spiritual side of them, with that divine side of them, with that spiritual purpose side of them. When we think of true twin flame unions, it serves a spiritual purpose, not just having a best friend or a lover that checks all the boxes, not just having a co-pilot, but having a co-pilot with a divine purpose. And it feels like this person you're with or was with struggles to let go of their past secular ways, if you will, their low vibrational ways, having this one and that one and that one and this one, their multiple choices ways, never committing to anybody. Never committing to anybody was really them never committing to themselves, never sitting with their feelings, never letting anybody get close to them because they weren't close to themselves. This is definitely giving the energy of somebody that closed off their heart a long, long, long time ago. We're talking early teens, 14, 15, 16, and now they're in their late 30s, early 40s, realizing that what they thought about love wasn't it. This is why you were called to let go of that person. This is why you were called to walk away. They had to have that tower moment that we saw come out, right? While you recharged and healed and realized that The breakup, the relationship, and how things fell apart had nothing to do with you and everything to do with them and their inability to love themselves. When somebody doesn't truly love themselves, there's no way, even if they can do all the things, say all the things, but if they don't truly love themselves, there's no way they can love you. Hard stop, period. During this moment of isolation, during this moment of no communication, and I feel like we got this message before. Letting someone really sit with their feelings, sit with their thoughts, establish that connection with the Most High, and have them figure it out. And if they're supposed to come back, guess what? They'll come back. If not, you'll be sent someone that meets you on every single level. And we have this card coming out in the reverse again. 46, which is 10, is the completion of cycles, old cycles ending so new cycles can beginning. This is the card of resurrection, of rebirth. Your person, your love situation is going through a rebirth, is going through some type of resurrection. Some of you, that relationship that you thought was over and never coming back together is coming back together in a brand new way that is going to surprise you. What seemed far off is still coming. Make sure whatever decision you made with this Queen of Wands, whatever you said that you want, you stand on that. 10 toes down. Don't shrink. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't make adjustments to make other people fit. You know what you want. Stand 10 toes down, and either this person that you're thinking of is going to grow into that position, is going to grow into being able to do that, be that person, be that lover, um, be that perfect partner, perfect according to you, of course. Or you will find that you magnetize someone brand new who is able to, but it requires you to hold that vibration, hold that change, right? Hold whatever it is that you created as your vision of love and do not change it. Do not edit it. We said tomorrow, the 6-6 portal is the perfect day to call in your luck. A lot of you will find that everything kind of switches over once you put it out there that you want this, right? You make a clear picture of what you want and then hold space for it to happen. Hold space for it to manifest with this person or somebody new. I really feel like somebody's going to, one of y'all going to get a surprise from your person who swore they never get married, who swore they never settle down, who may even have a reputation for being a playgirl or a playboy, all of a sudden wanting to settle down. And it's not all of a sudden. It looks like on the outside that it's all of a sudden, but it's not. This is someone who's definitely looking into deepening their connection with source. This is also, oh, I'm getting goosies. Someone who walked away, hmm, someone who walked away to do the journey of the alchemist. You guys read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho? Have you? If you haven't, read it, right? I often quote the whole universe conspires, right? That comes from that book. But it's a journey of a young man searching for something, right? And coming to realization that he knew where that something was all along. But he had to go on this whole journey to figure that out. It feels like your person that you've blocked, that you said you were never going to speak to again, that you written off. Has that you writing them off, you shutting the door, you standing on business, sent them directly on their sacred mission, on their sacred journey to become the emperor or the empress. You're their North Star. You're their Venus, because Venus rules Friday, by the way, right? You are their inspiration for wanting to be a better person. And that goes for people who are in separation, no contact, and people who are also waking up to their person this morning. Know that you are their greatest inspiration to become a better version of themselves. This is why they want you to stand firm on whatever you said, whatever you're doing, stand 10 toes down, like a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't move, right? It is what it is. It does what it does, and the ships come to it. Your person will come back to you. Your person will rise up into the person that they need to be, but it requires you to just say what it is you want and don't back down. This person, so far we picked up heavy Pisces energies, airy energy, Taurus Libra energy. Is heavy, heavy, heavy in their head about how they could get back to their empress, to their emperor, to the best thing that happened to them while working on their connection with source, their connection with the most high, because seven, right? 16 breaks down to seven, and seven is the number of the most high. Another confirmation with this chaos and conflict leading directly to the soulmate card, right? Confirming that this had to happen. The relationship had to fall apart to come together. Tower moments, because at the beginning of the cut, before we laid the cards down, moments can only happen to unstable situations, right? Before you could build any further, right, on unstable ground, on shaky ground, spirit, your angels, your guides comes and knocks it over so you don't get hurt in the process. You don't continue to build on something that will not bear fruit if it's constructed in the way that it's currently being constructed or was being constructed. That's why the tower moment had to happen. That's why the argument has to happen. That's why the discussion had to happen so you guys can finally get on and stay on the same page. Your person is in some type of mental prison, but I feel like, especially with this zebra giraffe coming through, right? They want to take action to do the right thing. They want to move past their fears, move past their worries, and do the right thing, right? Gemini energy, Libra energy now coming out, Jupiter energy, luck expansion, but also doing the right things in the right way, wanting to be a blessing to the blessing that made them realize that the way that they saw life and love and all things was not in their highest good. This person, it feels like, is just about ready to start doing what's necessary to become a better person, not just for the relationship, but for themselves. This summer, you're going to see a lot of people, you're going to hear a lot of people who've been one way all of their life, all of a sudden changing into something else, all of a sudden deciding to show up as the emperor, as the empress, as someone who knows their value and worth, and therefore is able to treat other people according to their value and worth. Lastly, we have deep no. Ooh. Mhm. Okay. We have 33 coming out twice, right? We have a lot of threes, right? And threes is the number of harmony, is the number of completion, right? Triangles, three sides, right? The Son, the Mother, the Son, the Father, the Holy Spirit, or the Son, the Mother, and the Father, right? The sun, moon, and stars is that balance. Triangles are one of the strongest structures, and this is why they create bridges using triangular shapes. Some of you are still confused about who's who and what's what. If you know your person has been in this energy, right? We're not even going to say the words because it's so low vibrational, right? And they're still hurting themselves. Remember, hurt people hurt people. And if somebody's not willing to do the work, they're not willing to show up for themselves and get past their trauma, get past their hurts, get past this version of themselves, don't be like Harley Quinn. And this is for somebody in particular, because that came out loud, right? Harley Quinn and the Joker, it's a cute romance, right? But Harley had to change herself to get down to the Joker's level when it was supposed to be the other way around. Think about how the Joker's life could have been so much more different, right? Even though we love him as the villain, but think of how his life could have been so much different if he chose to rise up to her level rather than pull her down to his. She had to go through a radical 180 life change in order to sustain this love that made her feel good. Understand that everything that makes you feel good is meant to stay in your life for more than a moment. Use this weekend, use today, because Friday is ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about love, peace, luxury, riches, balance, being grounded, right? All things second house, all things sixth house, the house that's ruled by Libra. You know what I'm saying, right? Trust your intuition about your person. Take away the fears, take away the doubts, take away what they did, and truly see them for who they are, whether they're your Joker or your Batman. Victory is coming one way or another, but it requires you to really, really get into your Empress and Emperor energy and figure out what it is that you want in love and just hold that space, right? Be that North Star, right? Be the person who's like, this is what I want, and I'm not accepting anything less, accept better, right? Accept more, but definitely not anything less. Soulmates came out, the twin flame card came out, Empress coming out is all confirmations that that love you're thinking of, that commitment you're seeking is coming. Some of you, it's coming tomorrow. Some of you this weekend, somebody's about to pleasantly surprise you and literally blow your mind. They're coming in on bended knee to tell you that they want you to be theirs forever and ever and ever. Some of you are renewing your vows. Some of you, your person might just say, while you guys are cooking breakfast, might just look over at you and tell you you're the best thing that ever happened to them. If it wasn't for you, da 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 da. Da. They're really going to put you in your Empress energy or Emperor. They're really going to let you know while looking in your eyes what they truly feel about you. Don't doubt them. Believe what they say. Anything that anybody tells you this weekend, hear them out. There's a 99.99% chance that they're telling you the absolute truth. That being said, let's get into the messages for the signs, the love messages you need to know on this day. And remember, it could be for your sun, moon, and or rising sign, or it could be for your person's sun, moon, and or rising sign. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You know the deal. Soulmates are definitely coming into union this week and pretty much for the whole of summer, especially those people who are ready to have those deep heart to heart conversations where people really are unafraid to put everything on the line and not let their fears about love, right? The lies they were told about love, um, distract them, right? Deter them from pursuing having an amazing, beautiful relationship with you. We're going to use the romance angels, and we're cutting at, of course, reconciliation and free yourself. You take back control of your love life by first defining what your love life is. Some of you are like, you know what? I just want to date, right? I don't want to take anybody too seriously. I just want to be single because love is da 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 da. Da. Whatever you believe about love is how love is going to show up for you. So your guides again want you to be clear about what it is you want, but some of you need to have that reconciliation with yourself and your own beliefs when it comes to love and life. This is why you've attracted the partners that you have. If you don't heal your wounds, if you don't heal your past, you will always attract people into your world that are reflections of that hurt, of that pain, of that trauma. Remember, we don't attract what we want in life, love, finances, the whole shebang. We attract what we are. Make it clear. Ooh. Mother of Wands at the cut and Father of Wands at the cut, right? Regardless of what it looks like, somebody is really, really doing the work to come forward and make things right with you. You don't see this coming. You're working on your healing. You're looking good, smelling better, right? You're doing all the things to pour into. You'll find that once you pour into yourself, you really show up loving yourself and you have this clear vision of love, it magnetizes to you very, very quickly in one form or another. But with the Mother of Wands and the Father of Wands, which is the Queen and King of Wands, action, change, Aries energy, Leo, Sagittarius energy, right? But this is also confirming true claims, true soulmates, working it out, figuring it out, getting on and staying on the same page to manifest this beautiful, beautiful love. The imagery of the mountains and the grass is giving me the vibe of this person really doing the deep, hard, emotional, mental, spiritual work to come back a better person, finding good mentors, not talking to their crazy friends who've never had a good person in their life, who've never experienced a good relationship, who never experienced a relationship like the relationship they had with you. They're realizing that this whole time they've been getting horrible advice from people who may or may not have meant them well. But if you didn't experience what this person was going through, how can you give them good advice? If you've never experienced true unconditional love, not let's get together because you make X amount of money and I make X amount of money and we can live together and, make it easy on one another financially, but somebody who truly, truly has your best interests at heart. And you'll know when somebody truly has your best interests at heart when things go wrong, right? Don't get sick, right? Don't get sick. Because if you do, how does that person treat you? How do they show up for you? Do they still expect the version of you that caters to them, crawls after them, even when they're being a jerk, even when they're being, um, they keep saying juvenile, but that's not the word. Even when they're acting like a kid, even when they're being immature, you still show up just for the sake of having a person. Sometimes having a person does more harm than good, especially when they're not your person, when they're not your match. If you're in the energy of keeping up with the Joneses and having somebody just to have somebody, this weekend is asking you, this moment is asking you to divorce that idea that you just need a warm body in your bed because of XYZ. Really look at this person. Are they loving you? Are they in love with you? Or are you just convenient? Because you guys have been doing this for the past year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years. You've been playing house. You married somebody because it was conventional and everybody told you that you should. But this person doesn't genuinely love you, especially when you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s. Because those 60s and 70s and 80s, they roll up on you very, very quick. And if the person you're with right now genuinely doesn't love you, some of y'all are in relationships and still single. Make it make sense. Fix it now, right? Be with somebody that genuinely wants to do the work, to love you, to show up for you because they're out there, rather than somebody who sees you as a convenience, rather than somebody they see you, oh, I've got bad credit, but she has good credit, right? I've got so many things on my motor vehicle record, so we'll put the car in your name. We'll put the insurance in your name, and now you're stuck. We'll put the deed in your name, and now you're stuck, right? Don't find yourself stuck with somebody that doesn't pour into you. Don't find yourself stuck with somebody that doesn't love you unconditionally. Some people are never going to grow out of that immature energy, feminine or masculine, right? They're just not interested in becoming that better person. Ask yourself today, is your person working on themselves? Because people who love themselves are always working on themselves. People who truly love themselves are always striving for the best for themselves. If they don't want the best for themselves, what makes you think they're going to want the best for you? Father of Wands, this true connection is coming in for you, but you got to make space for it. You got to be brave enough to walk away from that person that you've entangled yourself with. That doesn't mean your highest good, because you don't want to be stuck with that person when you hit your 60s, 70s, and those life changes start coming in. And you realize that this person never supported you at all. You were just good, a good convenience. And now that you can't be, because for whatever reason, right? However, life shows up in your 50s and 60s, 70s and beyond, right? The biggest takeaway is love on people that genuinely love on you. Not because you look this way, not because you work in a certain position or your social economic status. Because, yeah, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of men and women out there who will use you just for what you have. And they will put on the whole song and dance to have you believe that this is true love. When true love is waiting on you to release mediocre love, just because love keeps my bed warm at night, love. Mm-mm. Beautiful soul, you owe yourself the greatest love, right? That satisfies you on every single level. I feel like, because that was super duper loud. That was for somebody in particular. Moving on to the messages for the signs Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or a rising judgment, confirmation that your relationship with self, right? Your inner relationship, as well as your outer relationship, it's about to go through a huge shift. It's about to go through a huge transformation. Let it, right? But it requires you to release all of the hurts, all of the pain. 2011 is being highlighted. Any events, any traumas that you picked up when it comes to love, really do the work. Go into therapy. Work with a spiritual advisor, whether it's me or somebody else, but make the conscious effort to make peace with your past and prepare for a beautiful love. I don't care what you see on Vogue. I don't care what you see on TikTok. I don't care what celebrity is going through what. True love does exist. Everything exists for those that believe it. Your romance angel message is pay attention to the red flags, but it feels more so like Gemini. Pay attention to the green flags that you're painting red. Kind of Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland energy. She was a very angry character. I wonder what that was about. Hate, hurt people. Remember that. And sometimes you're the one accidentally hurting people in the name of self-protection. Let down your sword, right? And let love in. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Cancer. Hello, especially if you're dealing with a Gemini. Hello. You're definitely one that's marked for your relationship elevating to a new level of commitment, your relationship moving from casual to commitment. You're definitely one, especially if your person is a Venus in Cancer, or Mars in Cancer, or their rising is a Cancer. They're definitely coming in to tell you, you know what? No more games, no more BS. I'm ready. I just heard the song "Baby, I'm Ready" by Gerald Levert, the Leverts. Oh yeah, somebody's definitely ready to put their this one and that one and that one and this one energy behind them. Your romance angel message is past life relationship. This is why you guys can't stop dealing with each other. No matter how hard you try, this is why you guys cannot leave one another alone. You've not only known each other before, but it feels like you've spent a lifetime trying to get back to the sacred union, trying to make things right. And it feels in this lifetime, and it feels like deja vu saying this is the lifetime you're supposed to get it right. Leo, Sun, Moon, and or rising with this Five of Wands, bringing changes to your home life. You're definitely Leo being called to the front of the class to make sure you're ready to have that heart to heart conversation Here's a big word for Elmo: objectively, meaning you keep your feelings tucked in and you're listening. You're listening with your ears and your soul at the same time without judgment. You're listening and telling the people, telling the person or the people, for those of you that got people, right? I heard you say this. Did I get it right? Oh, active listening, right? Have your favorite chat GPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever AI you use, walk you through some exercises to help you with your active listening so your person feels heard and that you truly, truly understand where they're coming from. And everybody could benefit from that. Leo, your romance angel message is unrequited. Mm, this conversation for some of you, if you are Leo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, or dealing with one, may have to do with a third party you think your person is still attached to. They're not. It feels like somebody is really interested in only doing the work that needs to be done to get their family back, right? To get their balance back, to get their peace back. So, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the Ten of Knives, which is the Ten of Swords. Now, when we see this in traditional tarot, the guy is on the floor and he looks like he's counted out. Mm, Virgo. With this energy, it feels like you feel like nothing you do is right, nothing you say is right, it's never going to work out for you. Get up. Get up, lean over, and change your perspective. Give love another try, Virgo. You'll be surprised just how beautifully it works out for you. Your romance angel message is children. For those of you that feel because you are plus one, plus two, plus three, plus five, however big your family is, I mean, if you want to be a single parent, cool, right? There's benefits to that, especially, with the jokers of the world. But if you want true love, they will love your children as much as they love you, if not more. They're still good people out there, but you got to believe. If you believe everybody sucks, then everybody that comes into your vortex, everybody that comes into your world will suck, and they will suck just as much as you think them to suck. Shift your thoughts about love. Shift your thoughts about all things, dearest Virgo, and you too are being asked to let love pleasantly surprise you. If you're just joining us, please don't forget to like the live and, of course, subscribe. If you missed the first half of the messages, no worries. Soon as we click off the live, it'll be available for a replay. And if you're pressed for time and you want to know where the different readings are for the different sign, just hit the button that says summarize this video and it will give you the timestamps to lead you to where you want to go. Okay, I love you for spending this part of your day with me, Spirit, and the Soul Tribe. Libra, Sun, Moon, and or Rising being in that Venus energy with this Eight of Knives, the Eight of Swords, right? Putting the past behind you, including somebody's past transgressions, past errors twice, past mistakes. Take that look in the mirror for once in your life, right? Take a hard look in the mirror and remember what we were told earlier. It was just a moment ago. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So if you have a history of attracting people that fell short of loving you in the way that you thought they should be loving you, are you loving you in the way that you think that people should be loving you? Are you pouring into yourself? Are you getting yourself flowers? Are you buying yourself nice perfume, nice cologne? Are you doing nice things for yourself? Are you talking nicely to yourself? What's that self-talk look like? Are you still beating up yourself for things, putting them behind you? Those are questions, dearest Libra, that you are being begged to ask in your own time and have questions for and a plan to move past them. Your love message is calling in your soulmate. If you are truly, and this is for everybody, interested in having that happily ever after, creating your own fairy tale, it starts with your energy. It starts with how you talk to yourself. It starts with how you show up for yourself. Your guides are begging you, not just Libra placements, right? Everybody to really put that self-talk in check, right? Especially the negative self-talk, the self-deprecating self-talk. Oh, I look fat in this. Oh, this doesn't fit. Oh, I got to do this. And, oh, my hair isn't right. My nails aren't right. Baby, you're beautiful just the way you are, right? Especially when you wake up first thing in the morning. Get comfortable with her. Get love on her. Love on him. And that's how you call in your soulmate. That's how you call in somebody who's going to pour into you and show up, show up and show out in love that you didn't realize were possible. Somebody who's willing to give you everything under the sun. Somebody who, if they could, would steal the moon just to see you smile. And yes, Penelope, people like that truly do exist. Because you exist. And you believe in true love. You believe in happily ever after. Now it's time to call that happily ever after in by taking that hard look in the mirror, putting your thoughts and self talk in check, and then preparing to experience a love like you never knew before. And yes, I'm hearing that song. Is that Diana Ross? I never knew love like this before. Yes, baby, it's coming in for you. Scorpio, with this Three of Wands, right? Expect a celebration this weekend. And single Scorpios, if you're ready to mingle, it's a good it's a good weekend to go out to brunch. Just be open and cautious. Be aware, right? Don't just jump into the first arms that say, "Hey, girl," right? Make sure your spidey senses are tuned up. Your intuition's on point. But it's a good it's a good weekend to practice calling in love. Your soulmate message. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Well, that just sums up what was said for Libra and basically the collective. How you love on yourself, how you pour into yourself is how love shows up for you. Oh, this is so Venusian, right? So Venus, as somebody's car goes berserk, right? To confirm, right? Love on yourself, and you'll be surprised how your situation, whether you're single or partnered, changes. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising with the two of knives. Communication that's coming in, especially if you're single, right? And somebody wants to come in from the past. We heard about people wanting to speak their truth, right? Wanting to make things right. You may have more than one person coming in. You two are being called to trust your intuition about what people are saying and how you're going to take that next step forward, if you're going to take that next step forward with them. But to remember to put yourself and your needs first and make sure whoever you choose, if anyone, fits your version of love or better. But don't shrink. Don't stoop down to their level for the sake of love. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, but this can also mean an old person showing up in a new way. Take off the rose colored glasses, look at them objectively, right? So you're seeing things clearly and see if they fit your vision of love or better. Capricorn. I almost said Aquarius. Nine of Wands. You've done the work. You've done the work. You have, feels like, made it clear what your vision of love is. Anybody who comes in and says, "Oh, it should be me. You should choose me. I had loved you my whole life," right? Anybody that comes with that story this month, not just this weekend, hear them out. It might be foolishness. It might be somebody really, really, saying to themselves, "You know what? Let me stop playing and do what needs to be done." Right? To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Don't hesitate to date and date. just date, right? Not getting too emotionally or physically. I mean, if you want to, you want to, right? We all got a itch. But being very playful and keeping it lighthearted until you know that this person is seriously able to fit your vision of love. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising. I feel like I kind of move this over so folks can see. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising. Wheel of fortune. Things are shifting. One chapter is ending, another chapter is beginning, confirming that someone in your world is moving from being non-committal, being a playboy or a playgirl, and finally wanting to settle down. Aquarius, you're asked to be open to it. Get out of your head and do your best to see things clearly about whoever has what to say about relationships. You two are being asked to really make sure that this person truly loves you, but not it's not just saying it because it sounds nice, right? Not just going through the motions to get you to let your guard down, but genuinely loves you. Your love message is passion, right? Your romance angel message. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You definitely have someone coming in that's going to pour into you, that's going to show up as a lover that fulfills you. For some of you, it requires walking away from that person you woke up next to today. For others of you, it requires you to make peace and be open that a love, right? Especially those of you, do y'all still read romance novels? No judgment, no shade, right? But some people they love those romance novels, right? Those fairy tales. Understand those fairy tales were built on real life stories. So your story, your love story, can be better than the ones that you read about. As long as you hold the vision and make it clear what your vision of love is and hold space for it to happen. Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising, return of the Mac. Six of baskets, which is the six of cups, which is a card that we associate with reconciliation. Pisces or someone dealing with Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising definitely has somebody in their energy that's coming back, but they're not coming back with both arms swinging. They're coming back to pour into you, somebody who has made the balance within themselves. And that came up in the collective. This is confirming that they might be a Pisces or somebody who's just balancing their spiritual and physical needs finally, right? Coming in to pour into you, to be a benefit, to be a true helpmate. Not just somebody that looks good on paper, not just somebody to have on their arm, not just somebody to have in their bed or a co-pilot, but somebody that mhm, genuinely wants to build a life with you, genuinely wants to do life with you and only you. This is someone, this is coming out very clear, very loud, who realizes that you feel like home because their inner child is at peace in your presence. And they want to protect that at all costs. They want to protect that peace that they get from you at all costs and willing to pay in gold for it, mind, body, and soul. Pisces, your romance angel's message is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. This situation, don't forget to like the live, guys. Pisces, this situation is calling for you to truly trust what this person is saying. Somebody who's been at battle. Ooh, This is for somebody in particular. Somebody who's been at battle. Going back to what was said about the tower moments having to happen for somebody to awaken to the fact that this is a twin flame union between you and them, right? It's a divine soul purpose union. Like this tower moment had to happen for them to go out and find, right? Do the journey of the alchemist, right? Go on the journey to rediscover their connection with source, rediscover that connection with the Most High, do the deep spiritual work, release, divorce themselves from the version of themselves that did the low vibrational activities, the version of themselves that had the negative reputation. This person has been at war. They've been at war with themselves, they've been at war with their past. So when they come back, they're going to come back a little battered and bruised, but very much in the energy of saying, finally, they left it all behind because of you. You be going back to what was said in the collective about you being somebody's inspiration to finally turn their life around. And you're gonna think they're just telling you what you want to hear. Use your discernment always. Trust your intuition always because this message isn't for everyone. This person that's coming up in the reading, so loud, so heavy, they really have been at war. They have gone through the thick of it. Life has dragged them to their knees. This is someone who's cried real tears over the mistakes that they made with you, over the mistakes that they made with people that they call their loved ones, parents, siblings, cousins, people they genuinely effed over because they were under the spell of the Jezebel spirit, right? They were just surrounded by low vibrational entities that kept them from their greatness, kept them from their purpose, kept them from you. So when they come back, understand that this is being divinely orchestrated. This is being divinely guided. Hear them out. The least you can do is hear them out. When a soldier comes back from war, the least you can do is offer him a warm meal and a safe space to pour his heart out or her heart out without judgment, without fear, without trying to label it something that it isn't, without trying to throw in their face everything that they did to hurt you. They've already did it to themselves, right? There's a word for when people hurt themselves for religion. I'm going to find that word because it was in that book, Angels and Demons. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, put it in the chat. If you read Angels and Demons, put it in the chat. But this person really went to war. They went to the pits of hell to escort their demons back to where they came from and rebirth, because we heard that came out, right? Regenerate, resurrect. That's the angel you always knew they were. Sheesh. Pisces. Aries. Sun, moon, and all rising with the two of baskets with the two of cups. Another confirmation. You are another one that's marked as someone whose relationship is moving to that next level of commitment, to that next level of togetherness. Remember that it's you two against the world, not you in the group chat against your person. I don't know who that's for, but don't do that. Don't do that. Wow, that's the first. That is a first. We've never reconnected on the live, but I looked down on the screen and it was circling. So, Aries, keep your person out the group chat. It's you two against the world, you two becoming one. And last but not least, Taurus. I think that Pisces energy definitely created an energetic surge because that was heavy. Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising. Whatever you have to let go, let go. Right? Whether it's a person, a feeling, or thought, let it go and allow true love to find you. Free yourself from your past, your negative associations, connotations, feelings about love and how love showed up for you. That was your past. Make peace with it. How do you want your future to look? How do you want your presence to look? How do you define your perfect lover? Mm. That's your homework for this weekend. Go ahead and define your perfect lover. Go ahead and create your vision of love. And make sure you start showing up as the person. From the moment you create that vision of love, right? You create that portrait of love, start showing up as the person who's manifested it. No more mediocre love, no more just because love, no more, oh, you did this, so I gotta stay type of love. If somebody doesn't genuinely, to your soul, to your bone marrow, you're sick and they're still asking you to do things for them, they're still making, they're still making your life hard instead of soft. Lose that person and let them go. Sayonara. Deuces. That is the message for the collective. Those are the messages for the collective. Ashe. Let's see what you guys are chit chatting about in the comments. In the comments, in the comments, in the comments. And take it from there. If you would like a personal readings, head over to dream711.com. Get your love clarity, right? Or get a full-on soul session, whatever works, right? Whatever is clever. But above all things, trust your intuition and do the hard work. For some of you, really taking that look in the mirror, right? Really taking that hard look in the mirror is going to be the toughest part of your journey. Nobody's holding you accountable except spirit and the Most High. You have to do the inner work to make sure your self talk is in alignment with love, right? Getting into your that energy, getting into your Oshun energy, making every moment, every gesture, even if you're just clipping your toenails, right? A romantic moment where you're loving into yourself, onto yourself, pouring love with every touch and every word that you say over yourself. Making sure every time you look in the mirror, you do that soft gaze and make sure you're reciting those beautiful, uplifting affirmations. And anything that doesn't uplift you, let it go. Let it go. No more settling. And we said this at the end of 2025. But this is your reminder as we're now hitting the midpoint of 2026. There's no settling in love. There's no settling in anything. You are destined for a great, beautiful life. Call it in. And you call it in with your vibration. And you create your vibration with your thoughts, your words, your actions. Okay? Okay. Hi, Miss Nicole. Hi, Queen. Hi, Isol. Vlogged. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Isol. Because for the life of me, I couldn't see the word. I just knew there was a word. Yes. Pisces definitely in the energy of flogging themselves, right? They don't need any more. They they beat themselves up enough. And some of you, it's not even a Pisces. Some of you knew that even though this message came out for Pisces, it was for you and your person. So see them as a soldier that has gone through war. See them as somebody who's beat up themselves real, real bad and hold a safe healing space for them. Who else is here? I know Miss Nicole is here. Hi, my love. Hi, my love. I always start for the newbies. Hello, newbies. Definitely subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know when we go live. It's typically between 7:15, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I start with the sign of the season. So it's Gemini season. Happy birthday, Gemini, right? So we start with the Geminis and then go forward. And then when Cancer season gets here, we'll start with Cancer and go forward. Who else is here? Good morning and grand rising to you all. And you're absolutely right. Don't ever take advice from people who have never been in love, right? It's like taking advice on how to work out for people that never worked out. They genuinely may want to help, but they can't. They will cause more harm than good. I don't know where the Joker came from. It might be somebody that likes the Joker, that likes Batman, because I think that was one of our first, yeah, it's the first time he came up in a reading. The Joker typically doesn't come up. Other figures they like to use, um, introducing the Joker. Definitely read The Alchemist. It is a beautiful, quick, short read, um, about the journey. About the journey. I think I said hello. Hi, Eliza, to everybody. Thank you, Queen. This is what I'm here for. I love, love, love spending my mornings with you guys. I want to squeeze in a weekend session. I'm thinking about heading to the beach and doing that. I don't know yet, but weekends are definitely challenging to get on first thing in the morning because it's the weekend. But I definitely love, love, love being with you guys Monday through Friday and helping you start your day as you're helping me start mine. The messages are definitely clearer than the messages we get when we go live during the afternoon. On the clock app is a whole other set of angels, a whole other set of guides that come through to help you in love, life, and anything else the collective needs to manifest their dreams into their reality. The biggest thing that the soul tribe, new and old, need to remember is that you have the power to not only call in your soulmate, to call in everything your heart desires. There's nothing that's off the table when it comes to manifesting your desires into your reality. As long as it's for your highest good and no harm to anyone, even yourself, anything you call in, once you're in energetic alignment with it, it has no choice but to manifest into your reality. But you're the one that's going to have the belief. You could get all the readings, you could get into spiritual mentorship, internship, right? You could get spiritual counseling, you could get therapy, you could do all the things outside of yourself, and they're all tools and they're all helpful, but you got to actually use the tool yourself. We could lead you to the water, but you got to drink, babe. This is why Spirit went so heavy on taking that hard look in the mirror, taking a hard look with how you speak to yourself, speak over to yourself, and really check to see if it's in alignment with true love. Fridays is always a good day, right? Because it's Venus energy, to really indulge in self care. Even if you're just using your Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap first thing in the morning as you shower, making sure you take a moment to lather and thank every single part of your body for what it does. That's an act of love, right? Really pouring into yourself as you shampooing your hair, if you wash your hair on your own, right? Or even when you go into the salon, making sure every stroke, every turn, everything you do is intentional and filled with gratitude and thanks and just wonderment of how beautiful all these different parts of you show up for you every single day without you asking. That's how love is supposed to show up for you. Like your body typically, right, when you're eating right and doing right, shows up for you every single day. You don't have to tell your legs, we're about to walk. Unless you've been through some trauma, right? And going through some healing, that's a different story. But typically, you don't have to ask your body to do things, right? Even when we're yawning or burping or other things, right? It happens automatically. It happens when it needs to. Why do we make love so complicated? Because it's supposed to flow as effortlessly, because that's how everything else flows in the universe, right? Flowers bloom when they're supposed to. They go through their cycles when they're supposed to. They do their things when they're supposed to. Speaking about cycles, time out. My divine feminines, are you honoring your cycles or are you just pushing through because you got to work hard? Honoring your cycles, right? Honoring that season of your month because you go through 4 seasons and your cycle is the winter. You're supposed to be hibernating. You're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to, in the very least, do less, right? Whether you have a physical cycle or you've reached the stage in life where you only have a uh, what do you call it? Spiritual cycle. You don't need the physical womb to do womb work, right? That energy, that portal is always there. Make sure you're tending to it because that's also your portal of creation. That's also your portal of manifestation. If your manifestations haven't been showing up for you, chances are you have a self-love problem and or a sacral chakra blockage. Use today to pour love into that area, to hype yourself up. You've got to be your biggest cheerleader every single day till it becomes normal. Till your kids start doing it, right? And watch how quickly life turns around for you. You will find that once you truly master that energy of loving on yourself, you will go on into the world and get free coffee. People want to do things for you. People really want to treat you like that empress or like that emperor. You're like, why are people so nice to me? Everybody outside of you, including me, is a reflection of you. Remember that. Be nice to yourself, love on yourself, and the world will love on you. Okay? Okay. Have an amazing Friday. Make some time to speak with your ancestors, to speak with the Most High, and buy yourself something nice, real nice, right? Even if it has to be trial size, right? One of the things I do with my clients when they want to manifest abundance, I send them to Chanel. I send them to Gucci. Get used to shopping at Gucci and Chanel. Even if you're just buying the nail polish, even if you're just buying the mirror, when you order it, right, and it comes with the most exquisite packaging and samples. And it's just a whole moment bathing in that luxury vibe, right? Do it, right? The nail polish is like $35 and it'll come in like this big old box, right? I think they're both 35 at Gucci and um, Chanel, but or YSL, right? Getting those nice boxes, even if it's just a box of samples, right? They're very generous. They're very generous, right? Start putting yourself in that energy that you get a box, right? And you could even switch it around. Like, I'm so amazing. Chanel sends me a box every week, right? Every month, and making sure you order, doing all the oohs and ahs and saying, ooh, I live a luxurious lifestyle because on a level you do. And whatever starts small has the potential to balloon into something big. Every time you get a dollar back, a rebate, somebody gives you something for free, acknowledging that the whole universe is conspiring to put you in your soft girl, luxury, all expensive paid energy. Claim it every single morning. Ashe.